I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, the kind where every lawn looks like it's been hand-trimmed by angels and the sidewalks are so clean you'd think they were bleached. Unfortunately, perfection in this neighborhood doesn't happen. Naturally, it's policed by the HOA and their self-appointed queen, Karen. She's the type of woman who treats HOA rules like they're divine commandments. Blonde bob, pastel cardigans, fake smile that hides pure venom. Yeah, that Karen. Everything was fine until one Monday morning when I stepped outside to grab my trash can. Only it wasn't where I left it. Instead of being neatly by my garage, it was at the far edge of my driveway, practically kissing the curb. At first, I thought maybe the wind had pushed it, or the garbage collectors moved it. Nope, a quick glance at my Ring doorbell showed Karen marching up my driveway like she owned it, dragging my can like a dog on a leash. She didn't knock, didn't ask, just moved it. The reason? I was apparently violating some aesthetic standard, because my trash can was visible from the street for too long after pickup. That was strike one. Asterisk, I figured maybe it was a one-time thing, so I let it slide. But then it happened again, and again. By the fourth time, I'd had enough. Every single trash day, Karen would come over, all high and mighty, and relocate my can like she was rearranging furniture in her own living room. Sometimes, she even left a passive-aggressive HOA notice taped to the lid. Please store containers out of public view within 2 hours of pickup. 2 hours. Lady, I work a full-time job. I'm not clocking out early to hide a plastic bin, because it offends your delicate suburban eyes. I confronted her once, trying to be polite, and said, "Hey, please don't move my stuff." Her response, "It's in the bylaws, and if you can't comply, maybe this isn't the right community for you." That smug tone, like she was the sheriff of Perfectionville, made my blood boil. And that's when I decided, if Karen wanted a war over a trash can, then fine, I'd give her one. My first counterattack was harmless, just a little taste of inconvenience. I wheeled my can back earlier than usual, making sure to smile and wave at her every time. But then I started noticing something weird. My security camera would catch her coming into my driveway even when there was no trash pickup. Sometimes, she'd stand there, hands on hips, glaring at my garage door like she was rehearsing for a villain role in a Hallmark movie. I realized then that this wasn't about rules, it was about control. Karen loved power, and I had just challenged her kingdom. That's when I decided to up the ante. I bought 2 extra trash cans, bright neon green ones, completely legal, but hideous, and placed them right where she hated seeing them. Next morning, gone, dragged all the way across the street to an empty lot. Karen was losing her mind, trying to out-petty me. But little did she know, I was just getting warmed up. Asterisk, I needed a plan that would break her spirit without breaking any laws. So, I studied the HOA rulebook like a lawyer preparing for trial. Turns out, while the HOA can fine you for visible trash cans, they can't touch decorative property. So, I got creative. I ordered a custom-built enclosure painted pink, covered in fake flowers. Big sign on it that read, "Karen's Kingdom Trash Castle." Inside my cans, legally stored, technically decorative, and completely visible from the street. When Karen saw it, her face turned the color of an undercooked steak. She stormed over, waving her HOA handbook like a sword, screaming about community image. I calmly showed her the clause about decorative structures being permitted. She sputtered, turned beet red, and threatened to take this to the board. Go ahead, Karen. Spoiler, I'm on good terms with the board president. But I wasn't done, not even close. She wanted brutal. Brutal was coming. Karen escalated. First, bad move. One Saturday morning, I woke up to find my entire trash castle knocked over. Cans spilled, garbage everywhere. My cameras caught her red-handed at 2 a.m., sneaking across my driveway in her fuzzy slippers like a raccoon with a pearl necklace. That was my green light. I compiled the footage, sent it to the HOA board, and filed a vandalism report with the local police. But I didn't stop there. I posted the clip on a neighborhood Facebook group with the caption, "When your neighbor thinks she's the HOA police." The video blew up, dozens of comments roasting Karen, people making memes. Someone even edited the video with dramatic music. Karen's reputation torched. The board hit her with a $1,000 fine for vandalism and harassment. But my final move, oh, that was poetic justice. I called the city waste department and arranged for an industrial dumpster to be in my driveway, legally permitted for yard work. That beast stayed there for 2 weeks, fully visible, a metal monument to my victory. Every time Karen drove past, I swear I could hear her teeth grinding. Asterisk, Karen tried everything, threatening lawyers, rallying other neighbors, even crying to the HOA board about bullying. But it was too late. Her little empire of control had crumbled, and the neighborhood had seen her true colors. People started ignoring her HOA reminders, some even put out extra trash cans just to spite her. As for me, I moved my original can back to its old spot, left it there for an entire week, and dared her to touch it. She never did. Last I heard, Karen stepped down from her HOA volunteer position and put her house up for sale. Guess perfection wasn't worth the fight. Moral of the story: Don't start a trash war unless you're ready to get dumped. And if you're going to pick a battle with me, Karen, you better bring more than a rulebook. You better bring a bulldozer. Because when I take out the trash, I don't just empty the can. I burn the whole dumpster fire down.